Hey guys, welcome to the MainStage overview video. The purpose of this video is to just get you acquainted with MainStage in general. This is the keyboard program you'll be using to play keys here at New Community Church. So there it is on the dock of my computer anyway, MainStage. When it opens up, it'll automatically open up the last thing that you've been working on. So in general, it's going to be what I have been creating for you. There it is, New Community Church. But if it's not, okay, you can always click File, Open, and we'll close this out. And we can find it here in the MainStage folder, New Community Church. And you'll go ahead and click Open. It'll open up what I literally just had. Again, ignore, not a big deal. Okay, so there's 3 windows here in MainStage that you'll be working with. The Layout, the Edit, and the Perform windows. And we'll take them one at a time. So let's start with the Layout. Okay, here's where you can design what your screen actually looks like. So there it is. I could add a button if I wanted to add a button or whatever you want to add. Okay, but I have no use for that. So I'll Command Z, get rid of that. But what you will need to know is this keyboard. So if you click the keyboard, you can see on the left the inspector that lets you edit a bunch of stuff. Okay, so in order for our keyboard to be found, we'll click Assign and start pressing on our keyboard that is connected to our computer. And you can see it shows up there on the screen as well. Okay, you can rename this. So I'll rename this Yamaha keyboard because it's a Yamaha. I don't know. And I counted it, and it has 61 keys from the first to the last. So go ahead and do that, and you can see it actually resizes it on the screen. Okay, now if you click Learn for lowest key, you can actually just press the lowest key, and see how it automatically shifts it for you. And now when I press the highest key, it should work out perfectly, which it does. So good. There's that. Okay, so that's your layout window. When you're pressing the keys, you'll also notice that up at the MIDI in right there, you can see that MIDI is coming in. That's just to let you know that data from the keyboard is making it to the computer. So this is the edit window. This is where you actually make the patches that you'll be using to play. You can do that with this little plus here on the patch list. Okay, you can see it adds a patch in your patch list on the left and also on your workspace there in the middle. Okay, and now down at the bottom here, patch settings is where you'll actually, in the patch library, find what you want. So user patches has a lot of the ones that we already use that I've already made. Okay, so you can scroll through here and, let's go Forever Rain. That's a nice patch. There you go, loaded it up, and that's actually ready to go. But let's create one sort of from scratch. So we'll hit plus. Now we have an untitled patch again, and we're going to make a grand piano. So instruments, piano, and we'll just pick that grand piano. So now we've loaded up a piano. There's some controls up here you can edit. You can also see down here that yellow strip right there. That lets you know that a patch is applied, I guess, to the keyboard that you're playing. So there it is. And when you actually play those keys, you'll see that the yellow strip lights up, as well as that output that shows that there's output. And this all happens basically at the channel strips. So let's take a closer look at the channel strip section. This looks confusing, but we can get a good grasp on it. Basically, when you create an instrument, it becomes a channel strip over here on the right. So you see the yellow matches the yellow channel strip over here. So here is our input. That's basically the instrument that's actually making the noise. This is a sampler. So when you click on the keyboard, it actually triggers the noises here on that machine. It's complicated and you don't need to really know about it. Then it goes through these audio effects here, there, and it just kind of alters the noise. And then it gets to the sends section. So this will actually send a copy somewhere else. Okay, so B10 stands for bus 10. So basically, it's going to get sent to the input of this channel strip over here labeled B10. What that basically does is it lets you send a copy and edit it again. Now, if you wanted to add, so in this instance, it's reverb to the piano, that'll send to that channel strip. Okay, and then finally the output, and that's where it goes. So it goes to output 1, 2, which is that channel strip right there. So everything finally ends there. It's kind of like sort of a master channel strip that everything goes to. Okay, so you can adjust a lot of things here in the channel strip section, like the volume of each instrument. So we're changing the channel strip volume there for our piano. Option click will put it back to 0. Okay, you can pan it to the left or to the right side if you want, so it only goes in one ear. Again, option click, put that back to 0. Okay, so that's cool. We have a piano, but we can do a lot more. And you can actually add channel strips, which is what we're going to do next. And so we can then layer our sounds. So over here on channel strips, there's a plus. If you click that plus, you can choose to add an instrument. So we'll add an instrument. And now down here at this inspector window, you can go through just like you did earlier and in the library find the instrument you want. So let's add a pad. So how about, yeah, like cloud shimmer. That sounds nice. Okay, so there's cloud shimmer. And you can see it's green over here. It added it in the workspace. It also added it as a green channel strip. Okay, now we can rename this. You just double click on the name and it is now called piano and pad because it has both. So there you go. Okay, so we have 2 channel strips that both make noise from the keyboard. You can see them both light up in the workspace. And you can see them both showing output on their volume meters over there in the channel strips. And of course you have the reverb that's still getting sent. And that's basically it. The final window is the perform window. It just gives you a nice full screen view, which is really nice. You can flip through between the 2 patches using the arrow keys on your computer keyboard, or you can click with the mouse if you want. That also works. So I hope this video gave you a good and brief overview of how MainStage works.